You're now rocking with G-Fire.
So motorbike was never really in my mind to say one shot go and pop. But then I had some neighbors, some upcoming riders, and that was like Dawson and Keno and Mice and them people who had bikes. So I just automatically get stuck into it. Started buying from scooters. I'm talking about building bikes. Like we started from scratch, started from building bikes, and my first proper bike is probably like a YBR. That was the first proper bike I had with clutch and gears and everything working. So that's where I started to learn how to pop, and this is in like 2013, 2014, around that kind of timing. And now it's 2020 and I'm on a KX now. I mean, I guess after a while you graduate and that's just what I did. It's just a 2017 KX 450. Just get it, not too long. I'd say about a week the most. Not much upgrades. You got little spoke skins, green chain, different handle, different brake levers. You got the throttle sleeves different. Couple minor things. I don't really get to everything else yet. Your bike life, the life of your bike, depends on how you maintain your bike. So I wouldn't say it's a time frame or when you service your bike, because usually some people say, oh, well, I service my bike every 2-3 weeks or every month I service my bike, but it ain't really a time frame to it. It's how you ride your bike. So if you know you riding your bike heavy for like 2-3 days, switch your oil, drop your oil, put some new oil in. You don't really have to switch your spark plug for every single time, but change your oil, make sure everything level. Check your oil levels too. That's another important thing, because you could put too much oil and you could not have enough oil. You don't want none of them problems. Just when you get on that bike, it's just like freedom. That's just basically freedom. You get a release and you get a break from bills and you get a break from stress from women. You get a break from like everything just disappear for that hour or 2 hours that you might be on your bike. So that's really what drives me and pushed me to go on my bike every day. Because before I didn't even know how to park, I was on these bikes just riding around, just relieving stress. Well, bike life in the Bahamas, from my perspective again, like I say, I didn't start from small, like some other riders. Like you start from small, so you've been around to see all the other bikers. I didn't get to see all of them, but most of them I saw. But the comparison from then to now, then it was more simple, it was more easier. They had 650s, they had lazier bikes. When I say lazier bikes, I don't mean the speed, because they still had top speed. When I say lazy, I mean like they more controllable. And it was less moves, basically. It was less flair. So back then it was just like really 2 foot on the seat, 1 foot on the seat and 1 foot on the brakes, one hand, and like it wasn't as complicated. But as time goes on, things get more complex. So now we got different bikes, faster bikes with way more acceleration. Like the chance is higher, the risk is always higher. Now we all over the seat, we dancing, we popping, no hands. Like what next? That's basically the question right there. What next? That's what everybody want to know. Everybody, I talking about everybody always asks me, why you always ride with headphones? Why you always ride with headphones? You don't be scared that somebody could be coming, you can't hear. Alright, you gotta think about this. If I'm on a bike and I have my headphones in, whether I play music or not, and all the time I ain't playing music, but when I'm not playing music, I can still hear my muffler. So if I can hear my muffler, for me to hear you, you gonna have to be louder than my muffler. So if you louder than that, I can hear you. For sure I can hear you. I never had a problem where I couldn't hear nobody. Like if I ride with somebody, and even if I play music and they on the side of me and they start talking, I can hear everything that they saying. But the main purpose of the headphones when I ride, I got kids. I got 2 kids. You never know what could happen with your kids or when. So I just have my headphones plugged into my phone in my pocket. If my phone in my pocket, my phone ringing, I won't be able to know if I don't have my headphones. But if I have my headphones in and my phone start to ring, I can hear it from my headphones, and I don't have to reach into my pocket to say answer my phone and put it to my ears. I could just press this little button on my headphones and answer from there, and I can talk to you from there, and I can hang up from there. So that's really the main purpose of the headphones. But then it also has a second purpose, and that's if I ride and I guess I feel it start to die down, I play some music and it just pump me right back up, and that's that. You can't say every biker is a gangster or every biker involved in some type of... Now mind you, we do have 1 or 2. You might have 1 or 2 that into them type of stuff. and they just so happen to like bikes at the same time. But that don't mean all bikers is criminals, or all bikers is killers, or all bikers is steal and this and that and the next. Not everybody really into that. When you have something you love to do, or if you have somebody you love, ain't nobody could, no matter what somebody tell you about that person or what somebody tell you about what you doing, if you love doing that, you ain't gonna mind the noise in the market. Because like I say, that's your freedom, that's your place of peace. So you don't really mind what's going on with them. And yeah, I mean, I had a couple experiences where people would just say, oh well, because he rides a bike, he don't have much sense, or this or that, and that don't really make sense. Because I guess as people see this video, or as people listen to me talk, they can be like, wait, this dude don't even sound like, you know. So you can't really judge people, but that's just how it go. I like to stand out. I like to be the one with the full mouth of gold and the rings and the chain. So you really thinking like, well, this boy is a gangster. But when I really sit down and talk, that's where I come in to try to kill the whole stereotype of, oh well, if you have gold teeth, you're a gangster. If you have a bike, you're a gangster. If you do this, you're a gangster. No, it ain't that. It ain't that. It's just that that's what people love to do.